Him. Mike Davis is the founder and president of the Article 3 Project. You can check out article3project.org. You really, man, you got a long letter here outlining his, well, why don't you take us through it? And how bad is what we just saw?
So President Trump raised evidence that Judge Juan Merchan, who was going to preside over President Trump's unprecedented criminal trial in 1 week from today, his daughter has a financial stake in this criminal prosecution. His adult daughter, Lauren, is a campaign consultant who's consultant for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and many other Democrat campaigns and causes, and she is fundraising off of this criminal trial. And so President Trump raised this evidence, both in a motion to recuse this judge and on his Truth Social. And then Judge Reggie Walton, this federal judge in D.C., decided to go moonlight on CNN the Thursday before Easter and criticize President Trump and essentially accuse President Trump of making violent threats somehow because President Trump raised this evidence of Judge Merchan's clear bias, in this case through his adult daughter's financial stake. And this is just outrageous what both of these judges are doing, but particularly this D.C. federal judge. He violated Canon 3AC of the Code of Conduct for United States judges. So the Article 3 Project, the group I lead, filed a judicial misconduct complaint against him.
And how do these things normally go? It's very detailed. It's to Judge Sri Srinivasan, who I guess is the head of the council there. I mean, how do these things usually go over? I mean, are they friendly to your group? Are they open-minded at least? You lay out a great case here, and we all saw what he just did. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, I hope that that the Obama and Biden judges who run the D.C. circuit take this seriously, because this sets a very dangerous precedent where a federal judge can go moonlight on CNN and criticize a criminal defendant, any criminal defendant going through a criminal process, and say that he's essentially lodging violent threats against a judge and his family for merely raising evidence of that judge's bias. And so if the D.C. circuit, if this judicial council does not take this seriously and does not send a very strong signal to these judges that they can't do this, then I think that the next move is going to be for Congress to fix this. I used to be the chief counsel for nominations on the Senate Judiciary Committee, and my portfolio included oversight over the federal judiciary, including their security, their budgets, their ethics. And if they don't take this seriously, I'm not going to let this die.
Well, judges can be impeached, and maybe that's where this is going. I would like to play the next soundbite from that CNN interview that we have queued up.
We do these jobs because we're committed to the rule of law, and we believe in the rule of law. And the rule of law can only function effectively when we have judges who are prepared to carry out their duties without the threat of potential physical harm.
I'm sorry, but, you know, he's conflating criticism with threats. Threats are against the law. No one's been arrested for threatening him. Plenty of people have criticized him. We're still allowed to do that. And I feel like judges, the media, our government in general is trying to confuse the issue. Criticism is now somehow out of bounds.
Yeah, where was Judge Reggie Walton when the Biden White House press secretary and the Biden Justice Department encouraged illegal obstruction of justice campaigns outside of the homes of the Supreme Court justices and their families, leading to these justices going to safe houses, leading to the 1 a.m. assassination attempt against Justice Kavanaugh, his wife Ashley, their 2 teenage daughters? Where was Judge Reggie Walton when someone made death threats against Judge Eileen Cannon down in Florida? It sounds like this judge has a political bias, and maybe that's why judges should not go on CNN and make extrajudicial comments that are clearly in violation of the judicial canons.
He also said something awful, and nobody can convince me that the killing of Ashley Babbitt wasn't justified. Now, he hasn't investigated that case. That's not part of his purview. That, just give us a sense of just how wild and inappropriate that sentiment or uttering that is.
This is part of a pattern by these DC federal judges. They are politicians in robes, too many of them. Judge Beryl Howell went to a speech where they criticized President Trump. And so Elise Stefanik, the congresswoman from New York, filed a judicial misconduct complaint against Beryl Howell. Now you have Reggie Walton moonlighting on CNN. I would say this to these DC federal judges: you better get your house in order, otherwise Congress is going to do it for you.
Mike Davis on the case. Thank you very much from the Article 3 Project. Check it out, article3project.org. It's one hell of a letter. Thank you, sir. To be continued.
Thank
And